Hey y'all, I'm Hope. Welcome to another weekend vlog, and also happy Friday. It's currently Friday. I usually start these on Thursday, but I had company all of this week. My best friend was visiting. It was her birthday week. I only get to see her like once a year, so yeah, I ended up not reading anything this week. Basically, I worked first thing in the morning. I did my hours from home, which worked out well because they are actually reorganizing the office at the moment. They're like taking out the old cubicles and putting in a new configuration. So I worked from home for this week and that worked out well for that. But I did my hours in the morning and we spent all afternoon playing video games pretty much. I didn't think about any of my responsibilities. I didn't work on my thesis. I didn't do any reading either. So that's pretty much what my week has looked like. Excuse me. I also developed an allergy cough in the last 2 weeks. So that's exciting. Promise I'm not sick. I'm not going out and infecting other people. My allergies have decided to do this to me. So if you hear me coughing, I apologize. I'm gonna try and cut it out as much as I can, but I cough mid-sentence some of the time. We ended up playing like 20 hours of Phasmophobia, and then I think we played The Forest yesterday for like 5 hours. So that's basically what my week has looked like. And that means I am still in the middle of the books I was reading the last time I vlogged. So I'm still currently reading Yellowface, which unfortunately I did not finish in time to turn it for my team's Major Arcana challenge for last week, which was to read a book of books. But I do think this is actually going to work for this week's challenge because this week my team has, which one is it? The Knight of Pentacles, I think, I think that's correct. But the problem for that one is to read one of your most anticipated books off your TBR. And I have been very excited for Yellowface. I've been hearing so many good things about it that I really wanted to give it a try. So this actually works well for this week's challenge as well. So didn't get to read it for that, but I am going to read it for this. And I'm going to focus on this one and hopefully also make some progress in Priory. I am still 55 pages in, which means I need to get in gear and read some more of this one. But I also am going to be spending the next couple of days working on my thesis. So my plan kind of over this Saturday, Sunday time is basically to spend a good portion of my day working on my thesis. I'm finishing up a little bit of extra research I need to do, and then I just needed to like do a full read through and start actually addressing the comments in there. I've kind of started the process. I've addressed 1 or 2, but I have some more I need to go back in and deal with. So I'm going to be doing that during the day, and then I'm going to try and use my evenings to get as much of these 2 books read as I can. I would love to be able to finish Yellowface and go ahead and finish Priory as well. The only other thing is I want to try and read Mr. Magic at some point because I was supposed to read that one before. What day is it? It's the 16th. Yeah, I want to get the video for that and Silver Nitrate out soon. I briefly thought the Silver Nitrate came out excuse me, came out this month. It doesn't, it comes out next month. And so I'm good on that as long as I get those 2 finished this month. But I want to go ahead and finish reading Mr. Magic so I can go ahead and write the reviews for those on NetGalley and also post my video here so that that is up well in advance of both of those 2 books coming out, and so I can kind of like, you know, make some progress on my NetGalley ratio. So those are kind of the plans for the weekend. I suspect that I might be able to finish Yellowface. I might make some progress here. I don't know if I'll get to Mr. Magic this weekend, but I'm gonna try, and that's pretty much where we're at. It's currently pretty late on Friday night. My friend left about 3 something, and I have been filming for tomorrow because I had not previously made a video for tomorrow. I did that. I chatted with another friend for a little bit, and I started Steel Rising, which is a video game by the same developer that made Greedfall, which is a game I really love and which is actually a part of the thesis that I've been working on. Greedfall is one of my texts that I'm talking about in that thesis. So I really liked that game. I was really excited for Steel Rising. It's a kind of Soulsborne-like game that's like, what if the French Revolution had automatons in it? So I'm enjoying that so far. I've just started that today, and I think that's pretty much all I've done. Oh, I edited the video too. Filmed it, edited it. I'm waiting for it to finish exporting so that I can make the thumbnail and get that uploaded and ready to go. And yeah, that's basically everything I've done in the last few days. And I'm hoping that I can get a lot done this weekend and hopefully read a good chunk of these 2 books. I don't know why I keep flipping them backwards like that, but I'm gonna try and make some progress there and hopefully start Mr. Magic. we'll see how much I actually get through. I don't anticipate it'll be anywhere near as much as I am hoping, because I'm always a little overly ambitious, but we will see. And for now, I'm gonna go probably read Yellowface while I'm waiting for this video to finish exporting, and I think that's kind of gonna be my evening, unless my friend wants to chat again. We'll see. So. So my mom and I went to Barnes & Noble today because I really wanted to get out of the house, and she had some books she wanted to look for. I think I'll have already inserted some clips from our shopping trip. I kind of forgot to film it all while I was in there and suddenly like remembered I had meant to. But we went out there to walk around and get out for a little bit because I've spent the last week when my friend was here basically living in my office for the last 5 days. We've just been hanging out playing video games, that kind of thing, which was a ton of fun, but it did mean that I was kind of getting a little stir crazy. I like wanted to get out of my office for a while before I had to sit down and work on my thesis and here again. So I decided I wanted to go out there. Mom wanted to go out there. We went out, and it was really nice. It was good to just kind of walk around for a while, be out of my house for a while. And I was not intending to buy any books, but I did pick up a couple that I'm pretty excited about. So I have like a little tiny mini book haul. I just bought these 3, and 2 of them I bought because I just recently saw some really compelling reviews on TikTok. There were a couple of people that posted reviews for these. They just made them sound really wonderful. And so those are The Bone Orchard by Sarah Muller, which is like a fantasy whodunit in like a dark fantasy world where a woman needs to solve the emperor's death to gain her freedom. But it sounds like it's going to be much weirder than that, and I think it sounds really neat. And I saw a review mentioning like how wonderful the writing in here was, and that it was just like a really well done mystery. So I'm very excited for that. And then the other one I saw a great review for was Tell Me I'm Worthless by Alison Rumfitt. Unfortunately, I can't remember either of these creators' handles right now, but I will try to remember to put them in the description down below if I can find them again. But this one is a haunted house story that I believe the haunted house in it is supposed to like represent or be a metaphor for fascism, which is fascinating. And the video that I saw this one mentioned in was a video about like haunted house stories where the house is a metaphor for something. And I just thought it sounded really interesting, and this particular creator just really hyped this book up a lot, and I'd already been interested, so I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. And they just happened to have a like haunted house display at my local Barnes & Noble today. So I picked that one up, and then from that same display I also picked up one that I've never heard of, which is Lingen or Linghun. I'm not sure exactly. I'm gonna look up the pronunciation. I've just gotten home, but I'm gonna look up the pronunciation for that. But it's by I Jiang, and I don't know anything about this. It sounds super weird. The Goodreads description for it was incredibly short. It mentions there's a place called Home, all caps, and it seems like all of the buildings in Home are haunted in some way. And I read that it was about like the ways the past haunts the present and the difficulties of letting go, a lot of themes around those ideas, and I just think that sounds fascinating. I have no idea what to expect from this one, but I really liked the cover. It kind of caught my eye as I was walking past the table, and I thought it would be fun to pick it up and give it a try, especially since it's very short. And I've been really enjoying some horror novellas lately, so, or like I've been buying some. I think I'm going to enjoy them. But I've been liking novellas, like as a general rule. I really like novellas, and I've been reading a lot of them the last couple of years, so I was excited to find something totally new that I had not heard of. So that one I bought completely on a whim, but I'm excited to get to it. So those are my little 3 book purchases for the day, and now I am back home and I'm gonna be working on my thesis for a little bit. First, I'm trying to get rid of a headache. I have a very mild headache today. Probably from my allergies. My allergies have been terrible for the last couple of weeks. Something really irritated my sinuses apparently, and my allergies have been really bad. I can tell it's allergies though because I started taking Flonase and immediately began to improve, so like I'll be okay. It's just really frustrating, and it's definitely resulted in some like sinus headaches and things. Very exciting, but that means that I'm probably not gonna get to work right when I intended to, which was like as soon as I got home. So I'm gonna chill for a little bit and see if I can get rid of this headache, and then I'm gonna try and finish up some of the research for this next revision for my thesis, because I have started that process and I want to go ahead and like finish up the research so I can actually get into the writing and feel like I'm prepared to do that. So that's kind of where I'm at for the afternoon. After that, I'm planning to probably read more of Yellowface, which I'm really enjoying. I got to about page 100, or not quite page 100. I feel like that's wrong. I'm right around page 70. And I'm really enjoying this. It's very much like a train wreck where the character is terrible. She's doing horrible things and she's trying to justify them to the reader. But I can't look away because it's fascinating watching her make these terrible decisions and do these horrible things and manipulate people. And I just think it's really interesting. It's very different from anything else I've read, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this is all going to play out, because I'm still definitely in like the setup section where we're kind of establishing what her sins are, and I'm interested to see how this is going to play out going forward, how all of these like lies and attempts at manipulating others are going to come back to bite her, or if they're going to at all. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to play out, and yeah, I'm enjoying this way more than I anticipated. I really didn't know what to expect from this one, and this is my first book from R.F. Kuang, so I didn't know what to expect in terms of the writing either. So really enjoying it, and I will hopefully have some time to read more of it later today. That's pretty much my plan for the afternoon. I'm gonna see if I can get some thesis work done. First, I'm gonna kind of hang out and let this headache finally go away, hopefully. I've taken some medicine, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed it is actually gonna like go away, and I'm not gonna like feel miserable for the afternoon. Right now I feel fine. It's just a mild headache, but we will see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today so far, and I'll check in with you guys later, hopefully when I've done some writing or reading or something and not just like sat on my couch all afternoon. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday morning now. I have gotten some things done this morning. That's pretty much it. I was really hoping I was gonna get a lot of sleep last night and be prepared for today to get like a lot of other stuff done, because I have quite a big to-do list. And instead I got anxiety and insomnia. So I was awake because I was thinking like, I gotta get this done, I gotta get this done. I have this like whole long list of things I need to get done, and it's a mixture of school stuff and like just kind of chores I've fallen behind on, and I was just getting so stressed out thinking about it. So anyway, this morning I decided to just like go ahead and just pick something and do it, because I have a tendency to feel like, oh, if I'm working on X then I'm not doing Y or Z, and then like that's a whole thing. And I just picked something and started it. So I've done a few of my cleaning tasks. I've started laundry, which is my like biggest non-school thing I need to get done today. So that is on the move. That's going well. And I am just kind of planning to tackle things as I can get to them and hopefully get rid of all of the like overwhelm that I am dealing with, because that has been frustrating. That being said, I did do a little bit of reading last night and then this morning before I ate breakfast. So I have read another like 50 pages of Yellowface, and I'm still really enjoying this. And what I think is interesting is that as we get further into the story, June is starting to have these like little moments of self-awareness or kind of realization that maybe what she's doing is wrong, but she's like not fully processing those. She doesn't want to acknowledge this idea that maybe she's fucked up, maybe what she's doing is incredibly selfish. And I think that's a really fascinating like element here, where she's starting to kind of realize that something is up here, that she's really doing something horrible, but she's not like willing to fully acknowledge that or deal with the consequences. And I think that's just a really interesting element of it. So I've been kind of reading that this morning, and I'm planning on hopefully getting another chunk read this evening. We'll see. The other thing I'm probably gonna do this evening is play some more Trials and Tribulations, because I did play that with my friend yesterday, and I think I have 2 more court segments before I'm done with this game, so I'll be done with the full trilogy. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I don't really like Godot. If you have, yes, I am calling him Godot, by the way. If you've played the Ace Attorney trilogy and you know the like final prosecutor for this trilogy is, I don't know if it's supposed to be Godot or something. It's spelled like Godot, but I'm calling him Godot because I don't respect him, because I hate him. He's my least favorite of the prosecutors. I think he's terrible. So I've been playing that, and I am like this close to being done with the trilogy, and I'm really excited about that because I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to picking up, I think, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles next. I think that's the next one I have to play, and I'm excited because they've announced another set of remasters or remakes, which are it's like Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright, Spirit of Justice, and Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies, I think, are the 3 that they're going to do next. So I'm really excited that there's going to be more Ace Attorney out like next year. So that's going to be really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've accomplished. I've done a little reading, a little gaming, and now I'm going to be working on my thesis. Sorry, I haven't gotten rid of my cough yet. It's a lot better than it was, but it is still bugging me a little bit. But yeah, gonna be working my thesis, and I'm also launching Gav's new haunted house vlog because all of them are perfection. They're always so well edited and like really entertaining and funny and terrifying. So if you haven't been watching his haunted house vlogs, you definitely should be, because they are absolutely wild. But he posted a new one and I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet, so I'm gonna be like listening to that while I am kind of tackling the first few things I need to do today. Monday morning now, and I completely forgot to update it all yesterday evening, but I ended up not reading any more of Yellowface or anything else for that matter. But I did finish Trials and Tribulations finally, so I've completed the entire Ace Attorney trilogy. Very excited about that. I find the ending of this one a little bit disappointing of this last game, but it's done now. I have finished the game, and I'm really looking forward to moving on to Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and then looking forward to the next set of remakes we're getting next year, so that's all very exciting. Like I said, I didn't do any more reading. I just ended up playing video games instead, and I've been working on my thesis a little bit. I actually didn't do much on my thesis yesterday. Actually, I didn't do anything on my thesis yesterday, but I finished a bunch of other things off of my to-do list, so it was still a productive day. It was still a good day, and yeah, feel pretty good about that. That's not to say that you have to be productive for a day to be good. It was a day when I needed to be productive, and I was. That's why it was good. What else? I'm currently working from home because they're still doing some construction stuff in the office that I work in, so I'm just gonna be in the way if I go in because there's nowhere for me to be. So I'm working from home this week, and while I'm currently waiting for some more stuff to come onto my plate, I'm also working on my hat. I'm making this garter snake hat, which I think looks really cool. It's a mixture of brioche and garter stitch in 2 different colors, and I think it's gonna be really neat. So I'm using this like really rich chocolatey brown And then I have, if I can disentangle my fingers there, I have this like variegated blues and greens and cream and brown and orange as my second color. So I'm almost to the part where I can start working with that second color. I'm at the very last little bit of ribbing, so I'll be done with that soon. So that's also very exciting. So yeah, it's been a good weekend. It was in some ways more productive than I was expecting, and in some ways less productive, but I feel good about everything I've gotten done, and I'm excited to finish Trials and Tribulations. So plan for the week going ahead, because I won't be vlogging during the week. Continue reading Yellowface, still really enjoying it. Gonna try and make another chunk of progress on it this evening, and I also need to make some more progress in Priory, because I haven't touched that in like a week and a half now. So those are kind of the things I'm reading going forward, and at some point I'm gonna try and pick up Mr. Magic so I can get that review kind of figured out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I know this has probably been a pretty sparse vlog, but I really hope that you've enjoyed it anyway. If you did enjoy this video, I hope you'll consider giving it a like, maybe even subscribing to see what comes next. I'm currently posting every Tuesday and Saturday, so there's more content coming soon, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.